everyone, this is Visa32 back again with another edition of What's on Deck, where I look at what is new or upcoming in the world of playing cards and let you know what I think, give you my thoughts and opinions. So let's get on started with Kickstarter. I don't know what I'm saying. And okay, let's see. First we got Le Cercle playing cards by Anthony Stan, which is French for circle. Go figure. And it's very simple. It's just circles, but this reminds me of another deck that was produced, very similar in the back design and the color scheme. Almost feels like a rip-off. Oh, good. There's French in the project. Les dos de cartes est à la fois simple et élégante, avec un effet hypnotique. Le dos sera imprimé en bleu et avec un encre métallique de la couleur. That means it's blue with some metallic gold. It's hypnotic. No, elegant. So you got most of that. There's apparently a secret marking system. Oh, good. I don't even want to know how this is marked, because that looks like it'd be pretty difficult to read. The Ace of Spades is a pip that says Le Cercle. The Jokers, they say Joker. Wow. And then everything else is completely standard. It's going to be printed by, well, it's going to have classic stock and a legendary finish. Sounds like it's going to be printed, oh yes, by Henshin Sen Playing Cards. I knew it was in Taiwan, with those names. 8,000 euro gold. There's a stretch goal for that. 8,000 euros will have 2 additional cards, a blank card and a double backer. Oh, goody. Yes, let's hit that goal. It is a 5,000 euro goal. I don't think it's going to fly. It's very simple, kind of minimalist, first time creator. And I don't know, it seems like it's a ripoff of another deck of cards. The name escapes me. I have it, I reviewed it. I just can't recall the name. Next, 53, a collection of art by Mark Sortland. 18% funded 32 days to go. The other one, by the way, is 9% funded 29 days to go, if I didn't mention it. 53 pieces of art, each representing a playing card, creating an artistic deck of cards. Interesting. Yes, so you can see, obviously here we got 2 diamonds. There's a 9 hearts. There's an 8 of spades, which are leaves. There's, I guess that's a queen of diamonds. Next to that, there's a king of diamonds. There's a club. Is it a tree of clubs? 2 of clubs. All sorts of stuff. It's really weird. Not my cup of tea. 100%. £15 for a deck. That's like 26 bucks Canadian. Wow, the currency is horrible in Canada. That's the back design. Okay. Yeah. This is a definite pass. They're not very usable. They're definitely very artistic. If you like it, by all means, to have a look. Don't know who's producing it. It's highly, well, I'm not going to say it's highly unlikely it funds. It's possible it funds. But no idea who's producing it. It's a re-release of the first deck he created in 2017 when only 100 decks were printed. So it's not even new. So would that even be against Kickstarter rules? The back design is 3-dimensional. It looks like a box. An empty box. It's kind of interesting. But yeah, not my cup of tea. as I think about this other one. Oh, whatever. Next, we have Black Magic playing cards, which is by the Barclay Mountain Company. It is 27% funded, 18 days to go. I'm curious about this. I think this is a scam. I'm going to have to say it's a scam. Because this is Robert Tomlinson's company, but it's not his account. And the designer's sketchbook is something that's been done by his wife multiple times. If I search for Barclay, or Barclay Mountain, we'll see what I find here. There we go. There's his company. So his wife is now using a fake account to rip off his account to produce another deck of cards. And this is not the only project they have on Kickstarter. The back design is not bad. And actually, she sent me this in an email asking for my feedback. The back design isn't bad. I'll give him that. The faces are kind of cartoony. I'm not sure if they're really my cup of tea. Interesting number cards. $12 US for one deck isn't horrible. It's linen finish 300 GSM black core paper stock, going to be printed by WJPC. That's that. But I'm going to have to let Robert know about this. This, Barclay Mountain, if you're looking for Robert Tomlinson, this is his account, Barclay Mountain. And you'll see the 6 projects. It links to his website. The last one is Bicycle Divide of a Nation. That was cancelled. It's kind of interesting. He's started over with a new account as well. But he did do Barclay Mountain. As you can see, he's had several projects. This one is a fraud, in my honest opinion. It does have his name on it, though, so I'm kind of interested in that. Anyway, but I know it's not him, so I'm definitely going to report that to him. And I will report that to Kickstarter as well. Moving on, speaking of which, there's her other account, DL Design. She has a new project, the Bonnie and Clyde Wild West playing cards, except Bonnie and Clyde were not from the Wild West, so why is that in the title? It's 41% funded, 12 days to go. Is it going to fund? Yeah. Is the other one going to fund? I don't know. Here's the thing. I find it misleading because they're advertising a bicycle branded deck, essentially. And I agree with that other person asking for more artwork, because if a creator just posts a picture of a tuck case and a couple of cards and maybe a back design, are they going to design the rest? And so far she's only shown some number cards now and a couple of court cards. At least they've done some artwork, but the back design looks very similar to some other ones, a little bit, with the guns. It reminds me of what are they, Jam-Packed Cards did some before that were Wild West themed, and they had the guns on the back design. $12 US for one deck, printed by no-name company, unknown company. And 13 characters from the story, obviously, which is real-life based. They're not really showing a whole lot of artwork. They're showing some. There's a t-shirt, apparently, you can get. Wow, how exciting. $30 for a t-shirt? No, thank you. There's a chip as well. Who the hell is gonna buy 100 poker chip set? $175 domestic, $210 international for just 100 poker chips. They don't even allow you to buy just one if you wanted, just for collection purposes. I don't see who's gonna buy that. It's spending a lot of money, I would imagine, to customize and create these poker chips that nobody's gonna buy, and they're not gonna. It's gonna be a loss for them. So you have to take a look at the projects like that, or when projects do stuff like that, and question them, because is that really feasible? And I mean the t-shirts as well. Are people gonna buy the t-shirts? Probably not. They do have an $8,000 goal to print with the USB-C, so at least they're trying, I suppose. But I'm still skeptical on this creator, and especially when we're doing this, launching another project under another account, a third account now, and yeah. And also pretty short. I mean, this one has 18 days. This one's 12 days. I guess they're not super short. Moving on, I don't recommend backing either one of those. Next, we have the Maya playing cards from Olean Arts. I think this is a relaunch for some reason. At least the name of the creator sounds familiar. Back design is one way, with a kind of a yin-yang thing in the center, so to speak. Interesting artwork. Yeah, I do recall seeing this before. That's a big goal. Almost $20,000 Canadian, $280,000 in Mexican, was it pesos, I suppose. I like that. I mean, the different suits represent different things. I don't, however, like the custom suits and indexes. That's a turn off. Nobody's going to buy this because it's completely unusable. It's bad enough. It's kind of difficult. It's a little bit difficult to discern the suits if you will. Not too difficult, I suppose, but I mean, obviously that's also a dime, that's a heart, that's a club, and that's a spade. But the values, it's going to be impossible for anyone to determine the values of the cards. Or very difficult. Maybe not impossible, but difficult, particularly the court cards, where you got these figures. I guess if you familiarize yourself with them, it's not too difficult, but really, not necessarily my cup of tea. Apparently there's two different decks, a black one with black borders and off-colored faces, and a white one with white borders and white faces and mirror back design. So I'm confused. How many different decks are there in this project? There's also a stretch goal for like a gold deck. Now you get into the part where it's like too many decks in the project. Let me see. By the way, it's $25 Canadian, which is what, $16, $17 US. I'm going to assume for one deck. Early bird is the exact same price. Okay. I'm confused. I guess there's three different versions. There's the original, and there's the new black and white magic decks. Way too expensive in my opinion, and not very usable, I would say. Moving on. Let me get this out of the way here. Later. I don't think that one's gonna fund. 4 suits of World War II playing cards by Tigran Kalyatryan. 3% fund is 41 days to go. I doubt that one's gonna fund. Interesting, I suppose. So it looks like the diamonds are the US. The king has the leader on it. The hearts are the Russians, the Soviet Union. The spades are the Germans, which they decided to represent with the swastika, which most people do not want to see. And then the clubs are Japan, the Axis, or the Empire of Japan, or part of the Axis. And, interesting, the threes seem to have an image of their best tank. The tens seem to have some kind of big thing that happened in the war. The kings have a leader, Tozo, and Hitler, of course, FDR. The nines have another battle type thing. Some kind of monuments on the sevens, perhaps. Is there anything else that we saw here? The aces have the flags. Okay, the queens are famous generals. The jacks are lesser powers than their leaders. I guess that would be other countries that were involved, like the Italians, perhaps. Tens, nines, eights, sevens, sixes are the top 5 victors of each country. That's what we're seeing in these pictures. 5, the revenge weapon. Each country had their own. I guess like the US had the nuclear bomb. 4 was the planes, 3 is the tanks, and 2 is the submachine guns. The jokers, the Axis and Allied France. French are the jokers. Okay. Free editions. Not one, but 3 editions of this deck, each with a different back design. There you see them. One is a warrior liberator. Another is a raising of the flag. And then there's a card book. Who would want this for a back design? This one here, it says Nazi Germany, the primary aggressor in World War II. Why would you want that for a back design? I wouldn't want any of these for a back design, but at least the top 2, make some sense. The bottom one, what? I mean, nobody's going to want that. That's horrible. Nobody's going to want any of these decks. This is not going to fund. Not with a $5,000 goal. Absolutely not. Of course, no idea who's printing it. Next we got, I don't even know what the hell that is. It's in some kind of foreign language. Apparently it's going to be printed by Carta Mundi. It's collectible playing cards by AJ Labs. 77% funded, 25 days to go. It's actually funding. Kabaktok. I have no idea how you pronounce that. It sounds like it's Klingon. It looks Klingon. Obviously it's not Klingon, but it's actually doing pretty well funding wise. It looks pretty decent from the top cases. They're actually Canadian. Thumbs up with that. It's they've combined the powers of titans and the wisdom of ancient kings. Very interesting. Why does it have a question mark at the end too? I don't understand that. Interesting artwork. Interesting top cases. 2 decks. Early birds, $12 Canadian for 1 deck. $15 is the regular price. Early bird, $24 for 2. 21 hours to go on that if you're interested. At the time of the recording of this video, it's going to be less by the time this video is up. There's nice coins. Interesting artwork, that's for sure. It's not bad. The back design, however, really? That's the back design? And why are the borders gray? Like, why don't the borders match the faces? People, stop making decks with borders that don't match the faces. It makes 0 sense. At least this one's gonna match the borders are gonna match the faces, right? This one's got red color. It's pretty cool, red and gold. Oh my god, really? Why? You got black faces, you got black on this one on the backs, and this one you decide to make it gold. Oh my word. It's a very simple bat design, which is fine, and I got gold and silver, but They could at least make the borders match the faces. They do have stretch goals for foil on the top cases. And then stamping, embossing if you will, is another goal. And you get an original trinket with $10,000 goal. Cool. Anyways, next we have contrasted playing cards by Mike Green, which there's not really contrast on this picture. Just saying, to be printed by USBC to say partnership with USBC. It's not a partnership. It's you're giving them money to produce a deck of cards. He's also a Canadian, by the way. 3% funded, 30 days to go. Doubt this one funds. At this rate, $15,000 Canadian for a goal. Yeesh. That's kind of a big goal. At least in Canadian currency, it's kind of a big goal. It's probably more like $10,000 US. Still kind of big. Interesting faces. They're nice. They're classic looking. But standard. I don't know why there's a black diamond in there instead of just making it mirror image. Kind of weird. $15 Canadian for a deck. It's a good deal for Americans. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they've decided to make one pip in black, one in red. And they also have a black pip on each, or a red pip on each number card. Is that the contrast? The back design has no contrast. It's just dark. And please tell me it doesn't have a gold border. And it's very simple. That's all I can say. It's simple. You see a couple of cards. You don't even see an ace of spades. Kind of generic looking. Is it going to fund? I would wager no. Moving on. There's a playmat. Yay. Philide. Silicon. Yes, it's silicone. A Sicilian folktale by Joku Playing Cards. It is 85% funded. 24 days to go. I've seen this one all over Instagram. Nice artwork. Obviously Italian inspired. 2 different colors, brown and blue. Printed by Cartamundi. Inspired by nature, mythology, and magic. Looks very nice. As you can see. Nice simple back designs. Classic looking. Nice court cards. There was early birds, but they're no longer available. They must have sold out, or time ran out. Very nice. I do like them. I'll probably pick them up later on. But I am curious. This is not their first project. Alessandra and Antonio. Anthony. Antonio. I don't know why I said Antonio. Is that what it said there? I'm curious. No, it's Alessandra and Anthony. I'm speaking Portuguese for some reason. The Dimmy deck. Interesting. So they've done one project that was successful before, so that's good. They look good. I really don't have anything negative to say about this one. Surprisingly. It's worth checking out. Then we have, oh boy, Nude Figure Playing Cards. Your discretion advised. By Robert Hobbs. 10% funded, 24 days to go. It's going to fund. I'm going to guess no at this rate. What? Let's have a look anyways. Oh boy. Yeah. If it'll load. $7,500 goal. Yeah. So there's your comparison. At $10,000 Canadian is $7,500 US. Outs. You can imagine what that does to my wallet when I'm buying decks that are all coming from US or are in US currency. Okay? This deck will have all the fun of nudie decks of the mid-20th century. Yay. Because that's what everyone wants today. It's going to be printed by Legends Playing Cards. What? USBC wouldn't print it? I'm sucked. Oh my, that's the Joker? Yes, viewer discretion advised. Am I going to buy this one? No. Probably, more than likely, definitely not. Viewer discretion advised. Warning, warning. Oh boy. Anyway, she's not bad looking. She's pretty. The rest are kind of, Not really my cup of tea. $12 US for one deck on the early bird. $15 the regular price. I have no interest. If I want to see nude women, I can see them anytime. All you have to do is search engine them, really. I don't need them on my playing cards. I prefer playing cards that are a little bit more family friendly for the most part. Next, we have the relaunch of Testament, which came, I believe, last Sunday, Easter Sunday, by Ben Green. It is funded, 22 days to go. Very happy to see that. I'm a fan of these cards. I do like them. Whether you want to believe in this stuff or not, or you want to treat it as just mythological, like other mythological decks out there, that are Greek gods or whatever, it's worth checking out. They're going to be printed by WJPC this time. Also, updated back design, gold yielding, and extras. I got it on the early bird, £9 for one deck, which still, that's, oh my god, our currency is like twice, that currency is twice the value of Canadian, apparently. So I got the art of this, and that's what they're producing right now. Butter finish, buttery. Add a free 100 GSM linen stock. I will say, if you haven't tried any decks from WJPC, it's worth checking out. They're pretty good quality, in my opinion. You can check out my reviews on some of them from the past. They're nicely done. Nice artwork. The back design, also very nice. And, you know, simple looking. The number cards, I believe, are pretty standard. Yeah, very nice artwork. I like it. Ooh, is that the tuck case? Nice. It's designed to kind of look like a Bible. Old Bible. Pretty cool. I'm not sure if they're going to have stretch goals, let's see, for other decks. Apparently not. There is a possibility of the classic deck with a 6,000 pound goal. If they hit that, 4,000 pounds is for gilding. 3,250 pounds is internal printed to the sleeve. Internal gold foil, numbered seals. And so far they haven't hit any of them. Actually, have they hit those goals? No, they're just funded. Anyways, keep an eye on that one. Definitely worth checking out. Hashtag card game. New. Then we got this one. Alley-oop. Playing cards. Limited to 1,000. It's inspired by basketball. Duh. By Aiden Waltz. 13% funded. 23 days to go. Chance this one funds. There's a chance I pick it up later on. I've actually seen this one on Instagram. However, it leaves a lot to be desired in my opinion. The back design's kind of cool. I like the color scheme, and I like the cardistry applications of it, if you will. That's the Joker. That's absolutely horrible. I could have designed a better Joker than that, I'm sure. $12 US for one deck on the early bird, apparently. There you see the number cards. They do have a little border detail for fanning and cardistry. And they got the basketball colors. The tuck case isn't bad. And yeah, you see you get two different fans out of the same back design. Pretty cool. There you see faces. Pretty cool again. Really? That's all you're sewing? What about the rest of the cards? What about the code cards? Okay. It does have a $7,500 goal. It's slowly getting there. It may or may not fund. Let's check out his Instagram. I want to show you the court cards. Check out too. Apparently they're just alley-oop playing cards. This is going to be a long video. I apologize. I wanted to show you the court cards though. You see the number cards there. They're fine. The court cards, let's have a little look here. One or two of them. There's my problem. They're very repetitive. There's no faces on them. You see the decks, they're all the same. They got a different jersey. And that's it. It's the same thing. To me, that's a repetitive court card. And I can look at this other one, the Queens. Wow, they changed the hair color a bit on a couple of them. But it's the same thing. To me, those are repetitive court cards. Why are they not showing those on the project page? Makes me wonder and question them a little bit. On that. It seems a little bit deceptive. Now they're going to be printed by Cardamom, the True Linen B9 stock. And Finis. So that's cool. Blind ref jokers. The refs are blind, apparently, in basketball. Okay. Moving along. We have Composers playing cards by 64 playing cards. I wanted to say we looked at this one last week, but I'm not sure, actually. It's 1 out of 7 decks. There's going to be... Actually, we did look at this one by 64 playing cards. It is funded, 25 days to go. Not a huge fan. Especially since there's going to be 7 decks. And yeah, and the back design is very simple. Again, why don't the borders match the faces? I mean, they would... Not only would they match the faces, if they match the faces, they would match the backs. It just boggles my mind sometimes, these people. Good lord. Boiler playing cards by Attic Research. I don't know if we've seen this one, however. It is 36% funded, 22 days to go. And, wow. It's a vampire type theme deck, apparently. Yeah. The back design is horrible. It's made for cardistry, obviously. And, oh yes, Attic Research. That's right. What you see here is the side of the edge of the attic. The overhang. Using my brain. The overhang. The roof overhang on the side of a house. That's what you see in the back design. At least that's what I see. And that makes sense because it's Attic Research is the name of the company. Going to be printed by USPC and all that good stuff. Traditional cut, because finished crust stock, matte stock tuck case. And yeah, you can see there's a vampire theme in the tuck case. The image apparently wraps right around the tuck case, which, why? It just seems kind of silly. I see. So you can put together 4 tuck cases and you get an actual image. Because I want to buy 4 of these decks. And then there's like an insect theme on some of the pips. Interesting Ace of Spades. I'll give them that much. Court cards, absolutely horrible. And also very repetitive. I see. Is this like changing? No, I was going to say it's like a werewolf transformation, but it's not. But the Queen and the King, they're the same thing with a different hairstyle, essentially. Slightly, there's some slight modifications, but just horrible. And also, it looks repetitive from suit to suit, just minor differences in the hairstyle. Different dogs. Wow. We gotta go buy this one right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm being sarcastic. This is just horrible. There's also a sneak peek of their next deck on the ad card, because everyone wants ad cards. Also, by the way, I have no interest in that deck, whatever the hell that is. And, it looks like it may fund. Yeah, absolute pass. $15 US? No. Oh wow, you get a sticker though. Moving on. Beatles fan metal mechanical Beatle cards. Fairly certainly looked at by Amelia. Is 65% funded, 3 days to go. You may or may not make it. Luminosity by Jody Eklund is well funded, 18 days to go. Narco. The Kingpin Narco limited edition cards by Kingpin playing cards. 10% funded, 24 days to go. Not gonna happen. Galaxy Cat, Geometrical Tarot. Never mind, it's a tarot deck. I'll pass on that. Carbon Fiber Playing Cards by Roman. 4% funded, 8 days to go. You know, Roman, it would probably make sense not to launch a project like 2 weeks after a similar deck funds. You're just saying, just guessing. Parlor Playing Cards by the Gentleman Wake and Stockholm 17. Wow, very well funded, 16 days to go. Beautiful decks, what can I say? Ephemerid Playing Cards by Mr. Cup is funded, well funded, 12 days to go. Not my cup of tea, but they're pretty cool. 52 Playing Cards by 52 Playing Cards, yay, is funded, 16 days to go. Horrible. Looks like a cheap imitation, poor imitation of the Cherries Playing Cards. Cherry Casino. Cloud9 Playing Cards by different decks is somehow well funded, 11 days to go. Had a pretty low goal. Again, not my cup of tea. Wild West Playing Cards, Deadwood at Black Hills by Randy Butterfield, Midnight Cards, well funded, 15 days to go. Worth checking out. Welcome Back Playing Cards, the White Edition by Tomoya Makiwa. I probably butchered that. It's 99% funded, 8 days to go. I think it's going to fund. Just a hunch. The Vanity and Feral Reproductions by Will Roya, Playing Card Decks. It is very well funded, 14 hours to go. Make sure to check that one out before time runs out. Royal Portraits by Ace Collectible Cards. It is 34% funded, 5 days to go. Don't think it's going to happen. Jedi of the Old Republic Cards by Dan Hainsworth. Funded, 4 days to go. 8-Bit Deck by Michael B. Myers Jr. is also well funded, 3 days to go somehow. It funded. Lollipop Playing Cards by Flamenco Playing Cards. I'm always sighing because it's just all these companies, all these projects, it's like this playing cards by this playing cards. It's just a lot to say. Like they could come up with a better name. You don't have to have playing cards in your company name. Just saying. Anyways, that one is funded, 44 hours to go. It's fun. I'll probably pick it up later on. You're the Pig. Lunar Zodiac Playing Cards by Nomads. Playing card is well funded, 4 days to go. Come on. Magic and Microcosmos. Ice Crystal Playing Card by Lisa Wan is somehow funded, 26 days to go. That probably helps, lots of time. Geometric Doodles by Florian Smid is 15% funded, 15 days to go. Is it going to fund? Not likely. Do You Believe in Aliens? The Cross Circle Cards by X-Zone. Oh God. Has somehow funded. No, it hasn't. My apologies. It's close. I'm predicting the future though. I think it's going to fund it this way. 86% funded, 21 days to go. If it doesn't make it, it'd be pretty shocking. Black Magic's Playing Cards by Chris Magic's. It's 37% funded, 20 days to go. Don't think it's going to happen. The Shaman Playing Cards, Shaman by Perpetual Arts and Design Company is funded, 44 seconds to go. I better hurry up and pledge. Never mind. We won't. It's too late. It's funded by now. Cardistry Ninjas has funded. Oh God, this Drain the Swamp trading cards is funded somehow. Anyways, Apollo 11. There's R.J. Tomlinson. That's the one I was looking for. That's where you should pledge for his decks, not this other one that's a ripoff. Anyways, that is it for Kickstarter. Ooh, Jet Setter funded. Big suck. Bunch of other decks funded. Anyway, that's it for Kickstarter. Hang on, I'm going to see what else is going on. Alright, so really quickly, not too much going on this week. I see playingcarddex.com. By the way, use the link in the description. It's a referral, and it'll save you 10% on your order. They have the new Scarlet Filter playing cards from Worthful Shuffle. They also have the original ones if you missed out and are willing to pay. And they also have the Green Dragon Bicycle decks that were a Walmart exclusive. And the new Ladybugs, which we've looked at before, I believe. Definitely worth checking those out. Beautiful, completely custom decks that I'm currently waiting for. Looking forward to them. And, of course, the new Illusionist Views X deck. Blue cohorts, all sorts of stuff. By the way, Illusionist was having a big sale. I up to 50% off on some of the decks. I think it's ended now, but if it hasn't, it's worth checking out in case it hasn't. If you're looking to stock up on anything, I picked up a pair of one of their decks. I forget which ones now. Damn, I forget the name. For $3.50 each. That's not bad in my book. Double check. Oh yes, the Kingslayers. That's what I was thinking of. In blue and red. I mean, that's not a bad price. Obviously, they're trying to clear out stuff, I assume, with prices like that. That's worth checking out if they're still having that sale. Let me double check. I can check for you. There hasn't been too much else going on. Actually, I do want to double check. Arts of Play. Whoop. My computer's really slow. I apologize. I need a new computer. If anyone wants to donate money to help me get a new computer, feel free. And just see what's new. I feel like there was something here, but I don't recall. And while we're waiting, there is something new from Collectible Playing Cards. It is the Bicycle Limited Edition National Parks Great Smoky Mountains deck. Do not know if this was Kickstarter. I don't recall. God, I remember this opened up before. This image, yeah, it's massive. Absolutely massive. I don't know why it does this. Just forget that. You can see the image there. It looks like one of their decks. It's not bad. It's a nice back design from what I can see. And the faces, you know, it's what you would expect. Recolored standard core cards with custom pips. They're trademark Jokers and kind of a trademark Ace of Spades. 1,000 produced. Printed by USPC, obviously. And it's the first in the series, hand-drawn. Only 1,000 produced. It's currently on sale for $15. Really? I paid $20 for it the other day, and now you put it on sale? You assholes. Hate that. Maybe I did. I think that's why I paid $20. Actually, I think I got it. Did I get it on eBay? I don't even remember. No, I got it through their website. Illusionist. Still having a sale. Don't know. I don't think so. Seems the sale has ended. Where's the Kingslayers? Did they run out of Kingslayers now? I do know that they were out of the teal and the black Kingslayers. Come on, you stupid ass computer. Art of Play. Oh yes, they did have a couple of new things. The poop emoji deck. I think I've seen this before. It's a turd. Vitreous. Bunch of stuff we've seen before elsewhere. The Black Flora is relatively new. Nothing too exciting or new. Is this search gonna work? Wow, that's a massive search. And they refer to the cohorts as vintage casino playing cards. It's kind of interesting, and nothing for Kingslayers apparently, so it must have sold out. Moving on. I see that Murphy's Magic has the Ladybugs, so I probably overpaid for them, but that's okay. I'm more than happy to support Will Roya. These circus playing cards as well. Oh yes, they have gilded versions, red gilded version of the circus playing cards. See the Black Flora, I overpaid for that, fortunately. Oops, excuse me. Speaking of Bokobo, let's have a quick peek on their website. Been a while since we looked at that. So here you have it. You can get the circus deck with red gilding. Very nice. $25. It's available from playingcarddex.com, which you can save 10% if you want. Only 400, and it's not going to be reprinted, so it's pretty limited. Pretty cool. Let's check out Bokobo. And there's nothing new that we haven't seen elsewhere. How exciting. But there is this Medusa playing cards that is apparently marked 7 marking systems. Oh yes, I remember this one being on Kickstarter. I don't know why you would need 7 marking systems. All you need is 1. Maybe 2. Printed by Cardamundi, True Limited B9 finish. Identical jokers, there's a double facer, a duplicate 8 of spades. It's a mark for value in suit. It also tells you what the previous card was. Not so how that works once you shuffle the cards. Probably ruins that. It also tells you exactly how many cards. If you have a spectator cut the cards, it tells you how many they're holding. It can tell you how many court cards are in the spectator's pile, how many even odd cards is in their pile, how many red and blacks is in their pile. Also the values, the addition of the previous cards. So yeah, if you take the previous cards, you can add up the values and you can tell what that is. And also reveals the position in the stack of that card, its own position. And it also works with the Monica stack. It's very interesting. The back design's kind of inspired by the Italio, which I'm a fan of. And it's very interesting. You know, I'll probably pick it up since they have it here. Standard faces, modified indexes, recolored. It's fine. There's your ace of spades. It's snake, which is upside down, apparently. An upside down snake. Why? Why not make it right side up? And Medusa is on the jokers. Tuck case is alright. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'll probably pick it up. Like I said, it's not bad. It comes in a Monica stack right out of the box. So that's cool. It's kind of interesting. Definitely a lot of magical uses for it. But again, as soon as you shuffle the cards, you're going to lose some of those uses. Anyway, that is it this week for new and playing cards. Not too much outside of Kickstarter. Tons on Kickstarter every week. Will the insanity on Kickstarter ever end? Just way too many projects. A lot of them are just very, not that exciting. Moving on, though. If I was to mention one on Kickstarter that's worth checking out this week, I'd have to say probably the Testament playing cards. Outside of that, nothing else too exciting for me. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.